Okay, so let's speak a little bit about lighting for the compositing, and it's slightly different from your usual. The reason is why, because I want to actually use it even lighting, and it's what happened. Even lighting, it is symmetrical. If we look on a model when it's photoshoot inside the light, that you notice it's actually doesn't have any real directional light. You can see some shadows, but overall it's very kind of flat almost look. So we don't have a very hard design. Usually you have it like backlighting, key lights, so you can see where it's come from, so you can see more artistic. So in this way, I have a blank slate. What I'm meaning, if I needed to add shadows by using multiply mode or overlay multiply mode, I can use it after and add directional light in a way I want it. So if I want to come back after and put them, for example, in the scenery, and I want light going from this direction, I can easily apply and add more shadows you can see in this areas, so create a little bit more directional. If I done this before and for some reason in my compositing I decide to change, that will be much harder to remove it, because if we have it absolutely black or very dark to light up those areas, it will make a little bit harder because we don't have any information. And restore will introduce digital noise to those areas, or if we have it too bright, we just need to restore some information. With almost kind of middle tone, with not overexposure, underexposure, I can very easy to manipulate. So in a lighting in this way, it's what we have it. I always use the rim light. It's helped me to isolate and take object out of the scenery, and we have some filler lights from top and bottom. So in this case, if we look, we have something similar to this lighting. So we have rim lights on the edges, and we also have some filling. So if I take this image and look, it will be kind of hard to say. It's don't have one single directional light. However, when I process afterwards, I will add lights, shadows, and highlights, and I will create directional light from point where I want this going. In some cases, I found when it's work with the more cosplay, sci-fi, and other ones, I do like have a top ahead light which give me from above, so it's give me a little bit more object isolated. And mostly this is top light using for the hair to bring out. Again, in this case, we're using just beauty dish, octabox, and 2 strip boxes on the sides. Again, this is just example. You don't need to follow, but it does help. And again, if you don't have some strip box or other things, you always can use a different. For example, this is 82, I think, inch PLMs from above. So you can use some other lights to create a rim light or other filler, so you don't necessarily need lock to one. However, again, if you notice the lighting, it's even lighting, symmetrical, even lighting from the side. So it's helped me in the future to adjust the subject when I photoshoot directly to the idea that I'm going to create or a background I'm going to implement.